What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. Told you, man, I'm banging out some videos this year. In 2023, I just feel super called to come on and continue talking about just what I experienced throughout the day and what my thoughts are. And right now, I didn't really plan on a specific topic, but I can say this. Um, been realizing a lot of different things, of how we have been um, living as a collective, as a human collective, as humans, um, and on as I was showering today, and I get a lot of downloads in the shower. I think with the water flowing, and while I was walking on nature today, in nature today. Those are not other ways that I get these downloads, but I wanted to start off with this and saying that what we have been doing is relying on some sort of external fix for everything. And that goes for me too. And, everything again that I speak about what I've experienced and what I'm going through. And this is all me talking about me. So, you're welcome to take what you want and you're welcome to leave the rest at the door. If you don't resonate with it, then you don't resonate with it. That's okay. You don't have to. But I can say this much as for me, I saw myself constantly whenever I got a cold, whenever something happened that I didn't understand physically, mentally, whatever it may be. Now, mind you, I didn't like just run to the emergency room or the hospital or those type of things, but I did try to find external healers or fixers that could somehow fix what I was experiencing. And I realized back in even 2017 how I found myself constantly at this holistic doctor using remedies to try to fix things that I was experiencing physically, mentally. It didn't matter what it was. Uh, Trying to remember Nate. They called it Nate, and I was using that on a regular. I remember her telling me that, "Wow, you're like back every other week." And then as time went on, and I was at the gym, and I was taking care of my health, and I was eating better, and I was doing things mentally and physically for myself, I started to find myself not there as much. And she would tell me, "Wow, you haven't been back in a while." And I'm like, yeah, I've been at the gym. I've been exercising. I've been eating better. I've been cutting out these types of foods out of my diet. And I started to see myself not needed as much anymore. And I'm starting to think whether it has to do with your teeth or it has to do with, uh, you know, just and look, I'm not negating people's challenges that they're experiencing. So please don't be offended or take it the wrong way that you have this or you have that and it's your fault. Yes, we have to take personal responsibility, and I'll be real on this channel. I'm real all the time, and I will speak my truth. And, I've gone through a hell of a lot of stuff I've talked about on here with Lyme and mold and all these different things. But I realized what I was doing is searching for some kind of mascot or some kind of idolization, like we idolize the doctors or medicine or other people than ourselves. When we are just a mirror of each other, we are each other. We are one. We're connected. We're all one. And yet, we still seek these people that we put on pedestals like doctors and people that have these long degrees and certifications and all this bullshit that is meaningless as far as I'm concerned. As we're starting to find out now more and more that you can go in and they absolutely have no clue what they're doing and they just hand you a medication that actually causes more damage. Recently, I took an antibiotic. I'm not going to speak about the antibiotic name or anything like that. I'm just going to say I took one which I was very resistant in doing it. I almost was ready. I was really going to not do it. I really didn't want to. My intuition was telling me not to. And I just kept going back and forth, back and forth. And I end up doing it. I said, fine, I'm just going to do it. And, it's only 7 days. And I ended up doing it. Come to find out, shortly after, I had blood in my urine. And I started, I was told by somebody to look it up and see the side effects. And it did say those type of things and aspirins and all those things can cause that. And my intuition and gut was kind of telling me that. It took me a little while, but then my body was like, that's what it is. And so about a week later or so, I fasted for 2 to 3 days, and I haven't seen it since. And I waited a week, and then I fasted again. And so I haven't seen it show up again. And it actually caused me more damage than if I wouldn't have. And I was using like oil of garlic because it was an ear infection, and I was using oil of garlic and things like that. But I let the external dictate to me what I needed to do because I was reading stuff and people were telling me things, and then it brought fear in. And then I'm like, man, I really don't want to take a chance and lose my hearing or something, God forbid. And so then, like, my thoughts are, well, so what is it? What makes you think that the medicine is going to do it? You know what I mean? Like, and look what it ended up doing in the interim. I end up having blood in my urine. And so, again, as I said, I speak from the heart and from the truth. And I feel like that's why we're where we are right now, because we relied on, we thought that people creating the foods were honest and had good intentions. And yet they put all these filthy, dirty ingredients that are not healthy for us in the foods. And then you don't even know if what is on the package is actually in there, because who knows if they added anything extra that they're not even listing on the ingredients in the back of the package, or where it came from, or how it was made, or we don't care. We just go and we pick it up off the store, assuming that it's safe, not trusting or taking our own measures and into our own hands and making our own foods, knowing what we put into the food that we're making. And I watched too many people in my life pass away due to, I have to say, ignorance. And I hate that word, man, because I think it's degrading. But it's like, if we don't, we're leading. This is the feelings that I'm getting, and the energies I'm getting, that 2023 is us taking our power back, and us um essentially doing these things for ourselves, like doing research, looking this up, finding out where this came from, how this was made, making things ourselves, instead of going to restaurants and you don't even have a clue what they're putting in your food or how they're making it or what they're doing, or just aimlessly, almost like blindfolding ourselves and just putting stuff in our body, and you don't know what is in it, how it was made. um, I think and believe that we're going back to the times of us creating our own food, creating our own health, ways of health for our mental, physical, not just relying on somebody to hand us medicine for depression or anxiety. Not that I'm not saying that people don't need it. I'm just saying that we have to take our power back, and we have to start um, steering our own wheel, being the captain of our own ship, and steering our boat, steering our car, and not allowing somebody else, like these cars that are automatic. It's the same thing. It's the same analogy. Like, we're allowing the car to steer our life and dictate if we're going to die or not. We're putting our life in the hands of this car to automatically drive us. just like we have been putting our life in the hands of other people, which clearly has not shown to be positive. We've lost a lot of people in our lives. I'm sure a lot of you watching this has lost a lot of people to health challenges because they relied on the systems. They relied on wacky ingredients. They relied on other people to tell them what they should be eating and what they shouldn't be eating instead of listening to their own body and listening to what their body tells them they should eat. Not, oh, you should have this meat, or you should eat vegan, or vegan is not good for you and you should eat meat, or you should eat sugar, and then no, you shouldn't eat sugar, and okay, carbs are okay, and now seed oils are not okay, and now this is okay, and now that's not okay. Like, what the fuck? When are we going to take our hands, our power in our own hands, and and lead our own ship? When? Because after watching my dad pass, and just reflecting on all these past years and walking into these grocery stores and seeing the crap that's on the shelves and that we're putting in our bodies and not listening to our own bodies and what we need and what we have to eat. We listen to the damn news or or the newspaper or whatever the hell it is, or some friend tells you that this is the way you should eat. What about your own body? What about your own mind and your intuition telling you what you should eat? Instead of I need to go to a nutritionist to tell me what I should eat and what is good for me, or this is what a type A blood should be eating and a type B should be eating. Like, bullshit. Like, what about what I feel I should be eating? What about me and my body telling me what I should eat? I'm sorry, this makes me extremely passionate. There's a lot of passion coming out of here, and it's frustrating, and it pisses me off. Um, I just um, I just get angry about this because I watched my dad go down, and I watched him struggle 3 different times, but he fought like hell and he was a warrior. And yet, though, we can get caught up in life and in friends that we want to hang around with and people we want to be around with, because in order for us to be accepted in those cliques and those groups, we have to do things a certain way, like drink alcohol or put certain foods in our body. Because if you're hanging around those people and they're eating a bunch of junk and you're not, and you have this, like here's a well, where I'm going with this is like my father and what he did, and when he started eating raw back when he got cancer for the first time, and people ostracized him because he was eating all raw, like a gigantic raw salad. And, people at the table were not eating that. And they looked at him funny and they criticized him. And he says, "This is the way I eat. This is how I eat now." And it can get very, it can get very easy to get sucked in to other relationships and people telling you how you should eat, and, not accepting the way you are and all of you, and like, okay, this is the way you eat, this is how you are, well, I accept you for all of you. If I want to be around you, I accept all of you. Instead of just like, oh, well, I don't like it because you don't eat the way I eat and you don't do the things I do, so I don't like it, so I'm not going to be around you, or I'm going to criticize and judge you all the time. And that is how I've felt my entire life, because I've been different and unique and not doing the same, going against the grain and not doing the same as everybody else would do. And I, it left me by myself in high school, sitting alone in the hallways, sitting alone eating lunch. In middle school, the same thing. In elementary school, having no friends, people not understanding the way I am. And it hasn't been easy. And so then you start to turn to drugs and alcohol and junk food and all different things that the world accepts, because there's more than that. There's more of that around, and there's more people that consume and do those things than there is people that don't. So you're not going to be as accepted as easily. And a lot of people won't like it, and a lot of people will fight against it, and a lot of people will put you down and judge you and criticize you. And I say, screw that. I see be all of you, be who you are, and trust what your body is telling you, not what other people think you should be doing. You know, I don't really want to talk about that right now yet on here, but I will get to that at another point. But it leads me to, you know, when you're experiencing something that could be deadly, it's like, do you listen to people around you outside of you, or do you listen to yourself who says, no, I should do this, not go to the hospital, no, or not take these medications, or take these medications, or whatever you feel in your gut, whatever you feel in your intuition, not what somebody's telling you outside, a family member, a friend, a doctor. Like, listen to yourself. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. So don't, this is just my experiences and what I've gone through. And I'm not telling you what to do, how to do things. I'm just giving you my life experiences and what I've experienced, and you take it how you want and you leave what you don't want at the door. I'm not telling you to take medication or not take it, or eat a certain way or not eat a certain way. I'm just telling you what I've seen over the years, and I see a big change in humanity. I see a big change that we are shifting into taking our power back and believing in ourselves of what that we have the answer, not some outside source. Now, it doesn't hurt to read nutritional books and to get ideas that will steer you in the right direction, but the number one place is in here and up there. In here and up there. Connecting in here and connecting up there is the biggest power. I mean, really, it's in here, because I think even when you're looking up there, or you're out anything outside of you, you're kind of giving away your power, because it's all right here, man. We have the power within us for everything, for literally everything. If only we could trust and believe that we're abundant, that we are taken care of, that we are okay, that we weren't going to be, we wouldn't have agreed to come down here blindfolded and, and literally walk around like as if we don't have eyes to see, and everything is a mystery, an unknown, and we're walking this path of unknown and uncertainty. We wouldn't have agreed to do that if we didn't know that there's a team of angels, spirit guides, God, all of this outside of us, steering us and helping us along the path that we were meant to go, our higher self. If we, I mean, I cannot believe that we would have came down here with amnesia, not thinking that there's no one protecting us, no one guiding us. And we think that all these things that happen to us are meant to hurt us. And they're actually, there's magic within them. There's miracles waiting to unfold out of this darkness, out of these things that have happened to us. We gain insight, we learn, we grow, we evolve. And so I don't know. Today I just felt called, man. I got on, man, and God started working through me. These messages came from up there, from in here, from my heart centered. Um, I feel really good with where we left off here, and I think I'm pretty much gonna end it there. And I really hope that you look within and you ask yourself these things like I've been talking about. Hey, body, how are you today? I'm good, Darren. Really soft, kind, loving voice. And, take these deep breaths, like I said, do 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe in as you're saying those numbers in your head, and then breathe out as you're saying 2, 3, 4, 5. That will really help you, man. Or just take some really deep breaths in and some really deep breaths out. Start paying attention to your breath more. Start walking in nature and listening to your breath go in and out. These are the most powerful techniques you can do to calm your system, to bring you in the parasympathetic state, to relax you, to bring you centered, going into nature, leaving your technology at your house and going in nature and just, being with nature and yourself. There's nothing like it. And that's how we get grounded and connected. And we start to realize how powerful we are and that we don't need to rely on something external to heal us, that we are doing it ourselves. A lot of it is the mind, and you take this pill and you believe so much in that pill and that pill is going to heal you, that your mind heals you. That's really, it's funny because my dad was telling me this story way back with his grandfather. I'm sorry, with his father. And he told me about that his father was given a study. They did a study and he didn't know it was a study, but they gave him a sugar pill and he thought it was another pill. And he literally thought it was actually healing him because he thought that he took this actual pill. And they gave several people the pill, and then they gave several people the sugar pill. And they wanted to see what would happen if they didn't have any idea what was happening and what they took. And it was funny because he told me that the ones taking the sugar pill had the same experience as the ones taking the actual pill. And so it just shows you how powerful the mind is. And if you have no idea and you do have an idea, in actuality, it's the mind really healing you because you believe so heavily in that medicine that you're taking that the mind ends up healing you regardless, whether that pill even does anything or not. I mean, because again, just like the foods, you don't know what they're putting in those medicines, if they're even really putting anything in there to begin with. And most of it could be stuff that isn't even good for us, like what happened to me. So I hope and pray you got something out of this video and that you take your power back and you look within yourself to find the healing within because we have it all inside of us. I hope you loved this video. I hope you have been enjoying my content. I hope you have been enjoying what I'm coming with in 2023. I'm trying to drop more videos. Uh, you know, I just felt called and I do it. If I don't, I don't, and so I love you all so much. And I really want to build this community filled with so much beauty and love and like-minded individuals that we can have conversations in the comments and meet people that we can grow and evolve together with and meet our soul tribe, maybe in this community. You never know. You may even meet your soulmate, a best friend, somebody you can communicate with. You could exchange information. Um, I urge you to like, subscribe, share, comment if you like this video, if you got something out of it. Share it out. Share it to at least one person, man, because you're helping the algorithm. You're helping this community grow. And I would love, love, love to grow this community so we can all come together as one and help one another and guide each other and back to ourselves. That's the major thing. Guide us back to ourselves. We all can just give insight and help. And hey, I know how to grow these vegetables. And hey, I tried this and you could try that. Different things like that, that we can all help each other become just better human beings and be better individuals and kinder and more loving and, lead with our hearts open and our chakras open wide. So I love you all so much. Thank you again for checking out my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, please like, subscribe, and share and comment because you're going to help us grow this community. And then I can start having people come on and we could do interviews and bring different people on and I have some ideas of some individuals I would love to bring on for us all to just, and I have a lot of good ideas. We can even bring you guys on and we can have conversations about open-ended conversations about just what's going on and how you're navigating things and techniques you're using, and just I have so many great, amazing ideas for this community, and I love you all so much. Thank you again. Just breathe, baby. Just breathe. That's what it's all about. I love you all so much. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't, make some comments. I love you so much. Take care. Peace, love, and let's get it, y'all. Wisdom Warriors.